What if the person you trusted most in this world was the very person you needed to be afraid of? In the summer of 2018, a Colorado family vanished overnight. And the man standing in the front yard, crying to the cameras, he already knew they were never coming back. From the outside, the Watts family had it all. Chris and Shanann Watts lived in a nice home in Frederick, Colorado, a quiet town where neighbors knew each other by name. Shanann was warm, outgoing, and hardworking. She shared her life online with thousands of followers. Date nights, birthday parties, lazy Sunday mornings with her two little girls, Bella and Celeste. She was also 15 weeks pregnant with a boy they had already named Nico. Chris had a steady job, a nice truck, and a good life. But behind every carefully filtered photo, something was very wrong. On August 13, 2018, a close friend called police after Shanann failed to respond to calls, texts, or show up to a doctor's appointment. Officers arrived to find Chris Watts outside, calm, cooperative, almost relaxed. He walked them through the house, pointed out her purse, her phone, her keys, all still there. He said they'd had a rough conversation that morning. He said she left. That same afternoon, he sat in front of a news camera on his own front lawn and made a public plea for his family's return. Voice steady, eyes dry. He looked right into the lens and asked whoever had his family to please bring them home. When the body cam footage was released, the public was stunned. Chris wasn't panicked. He wasn't pacing. He was casual, almost chatty. He opened the fridge, pointed things out, talked about his marriage troubles like it was nothing. A neighbor watching from outside told a friend, "He's just not acting right." She was correct. Surveillance footage had already caught Chris loading something into his work truck before dawn, before he called anyone about his missing family. The walls were closing in. The FBI pulled everything: GPS records, phone data, search history, text messages. It all pointed to one place. Chris worked for Anadarko Petroleum. His truck's GPS logged a trip to a remote oil site, Survey 319, the very morning his family disappeared. Investigators drove out there. Shanann had been buried in a shallow grave. Bella and Celeste had been placed inside oil storage tanks. 15 weeks pregnant, 4 years old, 3 years old. Chris Watts was arrested that same day. In the interrogation room, Watts tried to blame Shanann. He claimed he witnessed her harming their daughter and acted out of rage. Investigators didn't buy it. The evidence told a completely different story. After hours of questioning and a recorded conversation with his own father, Chris Watts broke. He admitted to strangling Shanann in their bed while she slept. He admitted to killing both daughters. He drove their bodies to that oil field before sunrise. The reason? An affair, a co-worker, a new life he wanted. And he decided the only thing standing in the way was his own family. Chris Watts pleaded guilty in November 2018. 5 consecutive life sentences, no parole. He will die in prison. The Watts case didn't just shock America. It forced millions of people to ask a question they never imagined they'd have to ask. How well do we really know the people we love? Shanann was a mother, a daughter, a friend, and a woman full of life. Bella and Celeste were just little girls who deserved to grow up. They deserved so much more, always remembered.